Hello everybody, Ace Trainer Liam here and welcome back to another episode of Metromania, the ongoing Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the actual wonderful, amazing champion of Metromania Season 14. Last week, Archie soared ahead against Lysander. Archie will face Cyrus in the quarterfinals, but now let's find out who is the first of our two contestants in the final quarterfinal, as we have Ghetsis taking on Chairman Bloody Rose. Oh, daddy. So here we go. We have Scizor and Corviknight starting off for Chairman Rose, and we have Hydreigon and Kingambit replacing Bishop for Ghetsis. Here is Fiery Dance, baby, from Ghetsis' Hydreigon. Big damage into that Corviknight. Of course, Chairman Rose, his team was weird to put together because I don't think he originally had a Scizor, but that's basically replacing his Escavalier, as they say. Circle throw, though, avoided by Kingambit there from the Corviknight, and now over to the Scizor. And what will Chairman Rose's Scizor do here? Goes for Sleep Powder and lands it. That's dead dirty. Into Ghetsis' Kingambit there. Kingambit is now absolutely fast asleep, of course. I gave Chairman Rose, not Chairman Rose, I gave Ghetsis Baxcalibur because that has the same typing as Kyurem, just to clear that up. Sand Tomb is avoided by Scizor, so that's a failed turn for Hydreigon there. And now over to Corviknight for Chairman Rose, who's going to go for Tar Shot, which will make... well, wait, hang on. Let's see how it works. It makes Hydreigon weaker to fire, which means that Hydreigon, who previously resisted fire, will now take neutral damage from it, I believe. We'll see if that comes into play. Grassy Terrain, though, from Scizor. That's only going to benefit Scizor itself and the Sleeping Kingambit right now, because they're the only two grounded Pokemon on the field. Yes, because of Levitate on the Hydreigon there. I was like, wait a minute, but it's typing, but it doesn't matter because it's got Levitate. And now we have Fell Stinger, though. That's super effective into Hydreigon. That would have been absolutely devastating for Ghetsis if Corviknight would have been at +3 attack. Here's Cotton Spore, though, from Scizor into both Kingambit and Hydreigon there. Bad move, though. Don't do that to a Kingambit, right? Kingambit's Defiant activates. Its speed may be down, but it's already the slowest thing on the field. But now it's at +2 attack. That is a dangerous Kingambit. Here's a Vice Grip spelled wrong. I'm going to keep saying it's spelled wrong. Google it. You can use either or, but I prefer the proper way. Not a great deal of damage to Scizor because it's not very effective. Of course, the Grassy Terrain heals everything up. Here comes Corviknight, though, now. Corviknight going to go for Spore, but Kingambit's already asleep, you big wally. You should have gone for the Hydreigon. Over to Scizor now. Scizor is going to follow up with Sheer Cold and land it. So that +2 attack boost is not going to matter one iota. Ghetsis on the back foot, already losing a Pokemon. That is insane. Over to Hydreigon. What can it do in return? Gonna go for Shelter and raise its defense by 2 stages. Yeah, I'd be scared too, mate. Not gonna lie. Mate, landing Sheer Cold on the first attempt. That's disgusting. Scizor basically back to full health. My channel will be back to full health if you subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video when I finally decide to upload. Have I done 2 days in a row? I might have. Here comes Scary Face, though, from Corviknight, dropping the speed by 2 stages of Electros. So now it's as if that Cotton Spore happened on these 2 Pokemon rather than just the Hydreigon. Here's a Throat Chop, not very effective from Scizor into Hydreigon there, not doing a great deal of damage. And now Hydreigon gets the chance to fire back. It's going to go for Shadow Punch into Scizor for a decent amount of chip damage there. And now Electros has the floor and is going to go for Low Kick into Corviknight. Yeah, decent amount of damage there for a neutral hit. Scizor, of course, getting that lovely, lovely healing from the Grassy Terrain. Scizor now the only thing on the field that Grassy Terrain will heal. There's a Roar of Time into Electros. Electros taking it like a champ, though. Corviknight not the best special attacker. And now we have Scizor going for Brutal Swing. That will hit everybody on the field. Corviknight is now in the danger zone thanks to its own partner. Hope that doesn't come to bite Chairman Rose in the booty. Here's a lick from the Hydreigon into the Scizor. Critical hit there. I imagine getting licked by 3 tongues at once would be quite critical. And now we have Electros going for Close Combat into Scizor. Decent amount of damage. Not a great deal, but does lower the defense of Electros and special defense by 1 stage apiece, which could be dangerous going forward for the Pokemon with 0 weaknesses. There's the Grassy Terrain gone after Scizor takes advantage of it. Corviknight has to recharge after the Roar of Time, so it's over to Scizor for the next move, and it's going to choose Fury Swipes into Hydreigon there. We get 1 hit, we get 2 hits. Are we going to get more than that? We get the 3. Are we going to get a 4? We are not. Just 3 hits from the Fury Swipes there for a decent little bit of damage altogether. And now Hydreigon firing back with Thunderfang. And it's not enough to take Scizor down. Does it get the paralysis? It does not. And no flinch either, because obviously Scizor already moved. Eelektross goes for strength into Scizor, putting in the danger zone, but it is not very effective. Chairman Rose, very, very lucky that his speciality type is the Steel type, known to do very well in Metromania historically. Down goes the accuracy of Eelektross one stage after that smoke screen from Corviknight, and now Scizor is going for an Eerie Impulse, going to lower the special attack of Eelektross by 2 stages there. Not going to do great things for poor little Eelektross there. Eelektross, we should say. It's 2 E's. It's an eel. There's a Shadow Punch from Hydreigon. That's enough to take down Scizor, so Chairman Rose finally loses a Pokemon. It's now 1 Pokemon apiece lost for each team, and Eelektross is looking to follow up on its partner's attack. Goes for Topsy-Turvy. That is going to fail, unfortunately. So now let's see who Chairman Rose is going to bring out next. Of course, the next Pokemon chosen will have been chosen by random number generator, so if you don't like the decision, I didn't bloody make it, did I, idiot? Berserker comes out for Chairman Rose. Poison Sting from Corviknight, poisoning Hydreigon. Mate, hitting a Poison Sting is unfortunate because it's such weak damage, but getting the poison, that's worth it in the end. Here comes Berserker with a Toxic Thread, which also would have badly poisoned Hydreigon, I believe. And down goes the Speed 1 stage. So actually, Hydreigon kind of lucky that that Poison Sting did get the poison when it did. And now we have Take Heart from Hydreigon, which is going to raise its special attack, its special defense, and also remove its poisoning. So what a great turn for Hydreigon there. Just a solid... Didn't even have to take any poison damage, the lucky bugger. And here's a Heal Pulse. Oh, luckily for Eelektross, Berserker's HP was full, so that was just a wasted turn there. I think we had an episode of that last week. Scary Face from Corviknight onto Hydreigon. Going to put it down to -4 speed now, if you're keeping score at home. And now over to Berserker, who's going to go for Teeter Dance. It's going to confuse everything on the field, including its partner Pokemon. Of course, not itself, interestingly. And Corviknight is confused. Now you have to watch everybody get confused. It reminds me of the Final Fantasy VIII little confusion theme. When you use confusion, it used to go doot, 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 doot. If you're editing this, Liam, which you are because you're the only person that works on this channel, can you put that sound in? Yeah, we'll do. Maybe. We'll think about it. Anywho, Eelektross here, who is confused, is going to fight through the confusion and go for Mighty Cleave. That will take down Corviknight. Didn't really need much there. That is the move, signature move of Iron Boulder, and does go through Protect, by the way, for those wondering. So Corviknight is down. Hydreigon is confused, but is also going to ignore the confusion there. What will it do as a response? Going to go for Darkest Lariat, Shades of Incineroar there for a great chunk of damage to that Berserker. Out comes Copperajah for Chairman Rose, his signature Pokemon. And here is Berserker starting off the next turn with Clear Smog. That's going to remove the stat changes of Hydreigon there, which actually removes its speed drop. So that benefits Hydreigon completely. It's now the fastest thing on the field. Although hitting yourself in confusion when you're the fastest thing on the field isn't exactly the greatest play. Here comes Copperajah, and it's going to go for a Metal Burst, but it hasn't been hit. So Metal Burst won't do anything. Very unfortunate there for the big elephant. Now we have Eelektross, who is confused. Is it going to fight through the confusion? It's not. That's a double turn of confusion there for Ghetsis. That's really sad for the Ghetsis team. But the next turn begins with Hydreigon now, thanks to Berserker removing stat changes. But it hits itself in confusion again. That's super unfortunate there. You got to feel for Ghetsis in this moment, as horrible a bastard as he is. And then Heart Swap from Berserker into Hydreigon is going to swap stat changes. I don't remember either of these two having any stat changes at this point. And here's Copperajah, though, with Shadow Punch. Sorry, did I say Copperajah? I meant Copperajah. Down goes Eelektross after that Shadow Punch. And now we need another Pokemon from Chairman Rose. Here is the Kyurem stand-in and the Token Paldean Pokemon for Ghetsis. I think I said Chairman Rose when I meant Ghetsis this time. Yeah, Ghetsis. You know, it's the Kyurem stand-in. It's Baxcalibur. Let's go. Hydreigon, fastest thing on the field. Here it goes. Firing off a wing attack for not very effective chip damage there into Berserker, but any damage is better than no damage. We know that rule by now. And over to Baxcalibur. Its first move of the battle is Dragon Dance. That's going to be beautiful for Baxcalibur. Its attack goes up one stage. Its speed goes up one stage. That's a dangerous Pokemon right now, right there. Over to Berserker now, who's going to fire off an explosion, which will be resisted by Copperajah. It does mean that Berserker is going down. Down goes the Hydreigon as well. So kind of a great play there to get rid of that big threat of the Hydreigon and put some damage on that Baxcalibur early. Of course, the Steel type can kind of, can get away with that kind of thing. But over to Copperajah now. Copperajah for the final move of this turn, I believe. Going for Slack Off, going to restore its HP. What a great way to end the turn before we hear from our sponsors. Allow me real quick to pay the bills by talking about a wonderful energy formula by the name of G Fuel. You guys know by now G Fuel's an energy formula with barely any calories, zero sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors like the absolutely delectable Tekken Rage Drive, that's Cantaloupe flavor, that I'm drinking today. And just in case you've forgotten, G Fuel have a buy one, get one free sale going on right now, so you can get yourself not just one fantastic tub full of 40 servings of G Fuel, but another 40 serving tub of G Fuel absolutely bloody free. Just remember to use our channel's buy one, get one free link down in the description to help support the channel. Honestly, supporting G Fuel through us is one of the best ways you can support us as a channel. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you go to our BOGO link down in the description. Take advantage of this offer. It's on until the 20th of March 2023. Forgot what year we were in. And just remember, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine. Children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is. And because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. And here we are, back with Zoroark coming out for Ghetsis there. I wonder why he's got a Zoroark. And there is Revavroom being the token Paldean Pokemon, although one of two Paldean Pokemon, but you'll understand why in a little bit. For Chairman Rose, taking, I believe that was, I don't remember what move that was. I missed it. It happened. Soz, mate, but it didn't do much damage to Revavroom. Neither did that Ice Fang. Will it get the freeze, though? It does not. Over to Revavroom now, getting ready with that Metronome. And its first move is going to be Dark Pulse into the Baxcalibur there for not much damage. Revavroom, more of a physical attacker, although garbage stats overall for it, because Scarlet and Violet hates its new Pokemon, apparently. Apart from Baxcalibur, of course, who took that X-Scissor from Copperajah like a champ. Over to Baxcalibur for the Soak, changing the Steel and Poison type Revavroom into a pure Water type. That's going to be better going forward, because, of course, it takes a lot of those resistances away from Revavroom. Now it takes that tackle, and it's not very effective damage this time. It is neutral damage from Zoroark. Revavroom, though, is going to fire back with Blizzard, landing on both Pokemon there. Not enough to take down Baxcalibur. And does it get the freeze on either of these Pokemon? It does not. Over to Copperajah now, who is going to go for double team. Mate, is there anything scarier than Evasive Elephant? That's terrifying. Oh my bloody word. Its evasiveness has gone up, is what I'm trying to say. Here is Imprison. That's a dirty play by Baxcalibur right there. Now Copperajah and Revavroom cannot use Metronome, which means they have to struggle. Take Heart coming out from Zoroark there. Up goes its special attack, special defense, and it has no conditions to heal, so just those two now. Revavroom can't use Metronome, so it doesn't move this turn. Copperajah can't use Metronome, so it doesn't move this turn. Over to Baxcalibur now, who's going to go for Extra Sensory into Revavroom. Incidentally, it would have been neutral anyway, actually. Steel and Poison, wouldn't it? Yeah, now over to Zoroark. Now stop the next turn off with a Meteor Mash into Copperajah there. Now, of course, we get the struggle from Revavroom here. Revavroom goes for the struggle. Down goes Baxcalibur, but that does free these two Pokemon from Imprison now, because the imprisoning Pokemon has left the field. There's the 25% of max HP recoil damage, putting Revavroom in the danger zone. Of course, Copperajah also has to struggle for this turn, but we'll be able to use Metronome next turn. Here is Sneasler, I believe replacing Toxicroak on Ghetsis' team, because I felt like we were getting too many Toxicroak in this run through. In this tournament, so that's why I went with Sneasler, because some people like Sneasler. I don't quite get it. Toxicroak's so much more cool. But yeah, there we go. Amnesia from the lovely Zoroark there. Special defense up 2 stages. It's now 3 stages up of special defense, that Zoroark. It's kind of bulky at this point. Although, if you notice, the Spore, though, from Revavroom, going to take Zoroark out of commission for 1 to 3 turns, 1 guaranteed. I was going to say, you notice Ghetsis only has these 2 Pokemon left, so it's looking kind of dangerous. Copperajah's going to go for Rest. Going to heal its HP back up to maximum, go to sleep for 2 turns, which, to be fair, is quite safe when you consider that Zoroark is asleep for at least 1 turn. All it has to do is avoid the Sneasler while it's sleeping, and it should be fine. Sneasler goes for Ice Fang, though, into the Copperajah slot there. Copperajah, of course, asleep, so can't be frozen, so Zoroark's gonna rest this turn. That's its guaranteed turn of sleep. Copperajah, of course, in a minute will have one of its 2 guaranteed turns of sleep. Revavroom is removing all the stat changes from the field. That's not good for Zoroark. It went from +3 special defense and +1 special attack to back to base basic. Copper Raja, stop it, is fast asleep. And over to Sneasler now. Once again, starting the next turn with Aura Sphere. That'll be super effective, but Sneasler is not an adept special attacker, so not as much damage as could have been dealt there to Copper Raja. Zoroark is fast asleep once again. I'm pretty sure there's a 50% chance it'll wake up next turn or something like that. Here's Acid into both Pokemon from Revavroom there. It's not Stab anymore, because Revavroom's a water type, remember, at this point. And Copper Raja is still fast asleep. Over to Sneasler now. Raring to go. Goes for Incinerate into Copper Raja and Revavroom. It's not super effective on Revavroom, but does take it down. So now both trainers are going to be down to just two Pokemon apiece as Chairman Rose's final Pokemon comes out. Of course, the Leper Berry on the Copper Raja is absolutely burned up now. So if Copper Raja runs out of PP, haha, PP, very funny, then it's not going to be able to restore that. Bolt Strike, though, from Zoroark into Copper Raja with big damage. Oh, my word. Copper Raja must be on about 3 or 2 hit points there. It does wake up, though. Getting ready with that Metronome. What's it going to do? It might be the last move it gets to use this battle. Goes for Belly Drum, but that's going to fail because you can't Belly Drum if you've got nothing, no belly to drum. That's the one. Let's go for that. Tinkaton comes out, and you might be wondering why the hell has Chevrose got a Tinkaton? Because it's the same type as Mawile, and he normally has a Mawile. So many freaking trainers have Mawile. 3 minutes left of the battle. Copper Raja goes down, so you don't have to hear me say Copper Raja anymore, because I know you're sick of hearing me say Copper Raja. We get it. You can roll your R's. So can 20 billion other people. I don't think there are that many people. I don't think there ever have been that many people. Mystical Power, though, from Zoroark. Not very effective on Tinkaton. Tinkaton could potentially pull this off. Not the bulkiest of Pokemon, Zoroark and Sneasler here. But it is going to be an uphill battle for Chairman Rose here to stay in this competition. Ice Fang into Sneasler. Not a great deal of damage, but it does get the freeze. That is an opening that Chairman Rose desperately needs at this stage of the battle. Sneasler begins the next turn completely frozen solid. Can't do anything. Over to Zoroark to try and claw back some offense for his team. Goes for Petal Blizzard. That's going to hit everybody. Of course, not very effective damage on both those Pokemon. Tinkaton resisting and Sneasler resisting there. Over to Tinkaton now, who's going to go for Corrosive Gas, which will remove the Leper Berries of these two Pokemon. And Zoroark has been on the field for a very, very long time. If you think about it, every other Pokemon other than Hydreigon on Chairman Rose's team has been on the opposite side to where Zoroark is. Zoroark's been here for a long time. Goes for Tackle. Tinkaton still sitting pretty, of course. Sneasler also still frozen, by the way. And here's an Eerie Impulse, lowering the special attack of the Zoroark. I'll be honest, Chairman Rose, and I say this a lot, I would go on the offensive right now. Sneasler has thawed out at the beginning of the next turn, and that's why you should have gone for an attacking move. It goes for Tea Time. Everyone's going to eat their berries, but I'm pretty sure... Is it only Sneasler? Yeah, it's only Tinkaton and Sneasler, I think, that have berries now, right? No, Corrosive Gas got rid of the berry on the Sneasler, you idiot. So it's only Tinkaton there. Just to rub it in. Psyblade from Zoroark into Tinkaton. Not very effective. If Chairman Rose doesn't get rid of one of these Pokemon, by the time that timer counts down, it'll be an insta-win for... Oh, well, never mind. Zoroark goes down to the was it Sacred Fire or Mystical Fire? I didn't quite see. The fire move that happened, the was a move. There you go. Expert commentary. Sneasler, though, goes for Psychic Fangs because now it's down to HP. Whoever has the most HP at the end of the next 30 seconds of battle is going to be the winner. Encore from Tinkaton, not a great shout. You need to be taking HP away from Sneasler. Sneasler is in the driver's seat right now, but I believe it's above half its max HP, but it was all down to the numbers more than anything. Burn Up fails, wasting a bit of a turn there. Tinkaton, though, what's it going to do? Goes for Misty Terrain instead of an attack, and that may have cost Chairman Rose right there as we count down the timer. The battle timer has ended, and let's find out. Getsis is the winner. Getsis is going through to the quarterfinals. It is the first of our fourth round quarterfinalists. We're going to find out his opponent next week, but my word, what a neck and neck battle. Join us next week as we find out Getsis' opponent as Team Rocket's Giovanni takes on Aether Paradise's, the Aether Foundation's Luzamine. And of course, thank you to our Ace Trainer Ultra XL members, Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Toy Bonnie, Gear Overlord, Mumbai Cobra, Night Angel, Gamer Guy Mike, Cap Rider, Blue Malamute, and Bogey Taker for your massive support on the channel. And of course, don't forget to follow our link in the description to take advantage of the G Fuel buy one get one free to help support this channel. And until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.